Hi guys, this is John from Meatgistics University, and this is Cured Sausage 102, equipment needed to make cured sausage. Making a cured sausage is a little more complicated than making a fresh sausage, as there are a few extra steps, and some of the same steps need to be done differently. The best way to accomplish this is with additional equipment. One of the first things you should look at getting is a grinder. You're going to want to grind most products that you're going to be smoking twice. Your first grind is almost always going to be through a 3/16 or a breaker plate, and then the second one is going to be through a small 1/8 inch plate. So, a more powerful grinder, like these Pro or Butcher series from Weston, is recommended to help speed this process along. Now the second grind with the 1/8 plate can also be done on a smaller number 5 or number 8 grinder. It's just going to take a lot longer than it would on a 12, 22, or 32 grinder. Again, this process can totally be done on a smaller grinder, it's just going to take a little bit longer. Now the entire line of Weston grinders have grooved throats, and that's really going to help push the meat down, whether it's ground once or not, to the plate and knife. And that's a big help. So if you're looking for a grinder, make sure it does have a grooved throat. The next piece of equipment you want to consider getting is a meat mixer. This is going to help mix your seasoning, cure, additives, and water with the meat. Now for a cured product, a meat mixer like the 20 or 44 pound mixer is going to be a big help, as we need to get a good amount of protein extraction out of this product. Now protein extraction allows the meat, additives, water, and fat to all bind together. It's going to hold it all together during the cooking process. If you don't have the proper level of protein extraction, you're going to get what's called fat out. That's when the fat renders out of the product, goes down the side of it, and either forms a barrier between your meat and your casing, or worst case scenario, it spills out of the casing, goes down under your smoke pan, and creates a huge mess. We want to avoid that. So you can do that by hand, but it's very difficult to do. Your hands are going to be freezing cold at the end, and a meat mixer really is going to make the entire thing a lot simpler. Now make sure you're cranking an even amount of times in both directions. Switching every minute will help keep this simple, and you're going to want to mix for generally about 8 minutes, so 4 minutes in each direction. It's easy to do. Another advantage to using the 44 pound meat mixer and a 22 or larger Butcher or Pro Series Weston grinder is that you can hook them up together and have your grinder power your mixer, so you don't even need to crank the handle yourself. Your grinder is going to take care of that for you. A sausage stuffer is another key piece of equipment in any sausage making, but it's especially helpful when we're making cured sausage. The stuffer has a canister for your meat to go in with a piston at the top and a stuffing tube at the bottom where your casings will be loaded. As you turn the handle and crank, the piston will go down through the canister, forcing the meat out through the stuffing tube. Now, smaller diameter casings like snack sticks will require more force to turn the crank. So when you're doing that, probably should have somebody else either holding this down, or you can always clamp this down to the table. Larger casings like summer sausage will require less force, as the tube used for it is a lot larger and the casing is going to be bigger as well. Stuffers are really useful tools, and depending on if you start with a ground product or a whole muscle product, it might be the most important. If you're going to use a pre-ground product, I'd actually recommend you buy one of these instead of a grinder. Now these are going to come with 4 different size stuffing tubes, so you can make everything from snack sticks up to summer sausages, or just fill meat bags with it. So these are the basic pieces of equipment you're going to need for making a cured sausage like a snack stick or a summer sausage. You could do it with just a meat grinder, as you could grind and stuff from the grinder and mix the seasoning by hand. But ultimately, you're going to have a much better quality product, and you'll have an overall better experience with a grinder, a mixer, and a stuffer. As always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and visit waltonsinc.com and meatgistics.com to find everything but the meat. Thanks for watching. I'm John with Meatgistics University, and I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe to Walton's YouTube channel to watch more amazing videos, or shop at waltonsinc.com to find everything but the meat. Check out our latest sales and giveaway video here, or watch another hand-picked video by clicking here.